The body was found before sunrise. A man lay face down in a small studio apartment, one shoe still on, one sock missing. The window was closed. The door was locked from the inside. No sign of struggle, no sign of panic. On the desk sat a camera. Detective Erai noticed it first. He did not touch it. He only looked. The lens cap was off. The battery light was still on. The victim was a real estate photographer. His job was simple. Empty rooms, wide angles, clean light. Erai checked the camera screen. The last photo showed the living room. The room looked normal. Couch, table, lamp, and the man standing near the wall. Erai looked up. The wall was empty. The figure in the photo wore a dark jacket and a hat pulled low. His face was half cut by the frame. He was not a reflection. He was not a shadow. Erai counted the photos, 10 in total, taken every 3 seconds, automatic mode. In the first 9 photos, the room was empty. In the 10th, the man appeared. The timestamp was clear, no gap, no edit. The obvious answer came fast. Someone entered the room. But the door lock said no. The window said no. Erai checked the angle. The figure stood where the camera could not see the door. Someone could stand there, but not leave. The medical report came next. Cause of death, poison, slow, tasteless, mixed with water. A glass sat on the table, clean, no fingerprints. The victim lived alone. The building camera showed one visitor that night, a coworker, named Shun Mori. Mori said he brought paperwork. He said he left after 10 minutes. He said the victim was alive. Erai listened. He did not interrupt. He checked Mori's phone. No photos, no edits, no messages deleted. Too clean. Erai returned to the camera. He zoomed in. The figure's sleeve showed a logo, small, almost missed. Erai paused. That logo belonged to the company jacket, the same jacket Mori wore. Mori smiled when accused. He said the photo was fake. Erai asked one question. Why did the camera take photos every 3 seconds? Mori answered fast. For lighting tests. Wrong. The victim used that mode only when nervous, only when he thought something would happen. Erai explained calmly. Mori entered earlier. He poisoned the water. He hid near the wall. He waited. When the victim drank, Mori stayed still. He knew the camera timer. After the 10th photo, Mori stepped back into the blind spot. Then he waited until the poison worked. The camera did not capture him leaving, but it captured him arriving. Mori stopped smiling. The photo did not lie. It only waited. The bride collapsed during the final song. Music stopped. People screamed. Glasses fell. She was dead before the ambulance arrived. Cause of death? Heart failure. The doctor said stress. Detective Erai said nothing. He asked for the wedding photos. The photographer handed over the camera, hands shaking. Thousands of photos, laughter, tears, smiles. Erai scrolled slowly. The bride looked healthy, happy, calm. Then he noticed something small. In every group photo, a woman stood behind the bride. Same face, same dress, same angle. A guest maybe. Erai checked the guest list. No match. He checked again. The woman never faced the camera fully, always half turned. Erai asked the groom. He frowned. I don't know her. The bride's sister said the same. Security footage showed no such woman entering, yet she was in 47 photos. Erai checked the timestamps. The woman appeared only after the toast. The bride drank champagne. 1 glass. Only one. Erai zoomed in. In one photo, the woman's hand touched the bride's glass, just the edge. A reflection in the glass showed a ring. Erai paused. The ring belonged to the bride's cousin, named Lena. Lena worked as a nurse. She said she helped with makeup. She said she left early. Erai showed her the photo. She said it was not her. But the ring was custom, one of a kind. The poison was rare, medical grade, hard to get. Erai explained. Lena stood behind the bride during photos. She avoided cameras directly. She used reflections. She touched the glass while pretending to fix the dress. The heart failure was induced. Erai ended calmly. Photos don't just show faces, they show habits. Lena looked down. The album closed. The teacher was found at his desk. School was empty. Lights were off. He sat upright, peaceful. Cause of death? Blunt force trauma. No weapon found. A camera hung near the board, used for online lessons. I reviewed the footage. Static classroom, empty chairs. Then a still frame, a photo saved automatically. In the photo, a student stood near the window, but school records said no student stayed late. The student's face was blurred by motion. I checked the reflection in the window. Clear. The student wore gloves. Odd. The teacher had recently failed one student, named Kenta. Kenta said he was at home. His alibi was weak. I noticed something else. The camera saved photos only when movement stopped. The student froze. The teacher turned. The desk corner was sharp. The teacher fell. I showed Kenta the frame. Kenta said the camera tricked him. I replied softly, "You stood still because you knew how it worked." Kenta confessed. The photo was enough. A family of 4, one missing. The father was found dead in the living room. Cause: suffocation. A portrait hung above the sofa, taken that morning. In the portrait, all 4 smiled. In reality, only 3 were present. The youngest son was away. I studied the portrait. The son's shadow fell the wrong way. Light came from the left, shadow fell left. Impossible. The mother said the photo was edited. I shook his head. The shadow overlapped the father's neck. Pressure point. The son returned home later. He confessed quietly. He stood behind his father during the photo. He never left. A hit and run, no witnesses, 1 street camera. The footage was clear, no car. Only a photo saved by error. In it, a man stood in the road. His face was hidden by light. I checked the timing. The photo was taken before the accident. The man placed the victim. The driver never knew. The man was the victim's business partner. Debt was motive. The photo caught the setup. The killer died this time. Found in a hotel room. Camera on the table. A final photo. In the mirror behind him stood another figure. I recognized the pattern. The killer had photographed his own mistake. He poisoned himself by habit. The silent witness remained. Photos do not speak. They wait. And then they tell everything.
If you like this type of content, don't forget to like, share, and comment if you have an idea, thoughts, or theory, and subscribe for more.